I thought his trial at Happy Valley was very good, so that's why I trialled him there, and I just thought it might change his luck. I think if we get some luck from the barrier, got a tricky gate, but he went a little bit too fast last start and left himself a bit empty and vulnerable over the last 200. But his 2 runs before, he was very strong, so I think he's ready to run a good race. I think the cheap pieces certainly help him focus, especially around the city track. I think that's a positive.
Jerry, Exuberant, one of your rides on Wednesday night. He's a horse holding his form really well. He was a winner 2-back, second last time, so he comes into it in good form.
Yeah, this season, Danny put me on in the first time, and I went second, and I start to know him, and I think he need to be coming from the outside, and he will be the best turn of foot.
We're on the C+3 course, Jerry. Now he's drawn wide in 11, mentioning that he probably does like to come sort of out wide and late and fast. Is that perhaps not the worst place to be in your mind, being drawn out wide?
Yeah, I don't mind what is draw. I think better with the outside draw, because he need to have more room to let him turn out with his feet, and I think wide barrier is no problem for him.
I mean, he just continues to hold his form well. Obviously, that performance last time, he was only beaten a neck, so he's certainly been there or thereabouts. Handicap has nudged him up a couple of pounds, but I guess you'd be confident again of a big run, wouldn't you?
Yeah, in the track work he keep his form well, and I think I will use the same tactics, like staying behind and put him on the outside. But the problem is he always hanging in the straight, so need to be more careful about this.
Jerry Chau, a decent book of rides for you on Wednesday night, and one of those really decent rides is CHIBI, a horse that you know quite well, and another very taking performance last time when winning.
Yeah, last time very impressive, and the earlier stage he can't catch up with the fast pace, but the middle stage he start picking up, and in the straight he showed his turn of foot, and really happy. Yeah.
Talking of the performance, obviously, when turning into the straight, there was that move by yourself to dart to the inside. Do you think that had the difference between winning and losing the race?
Yeah, but in a race, it's just a split second to choose where to go. So where I have a room, so I will go for it.
You mentioned about him not showing much sort of dash in the early part of the race. He now goes up in trip. Was that always the thinking going forward to try a little bit further, given the way he runs his races?
Yeah, he's 1650. He can catch up in the early stage. I think 1800 he will be getting better to stay in touch.
And for a jockey, Jerry, I mean, I went back and I looked at his track work. I mean, he's been working with a pretty decent one by the name of Romantic Warrior. So has this horse now perhaps elevated his status in Danny Shum's stable? I mean, if he's working with a Romantic Warrior and working well, trainer clearly thinks he's pretty decent too, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Danny put him with Romantic Warrior, and I lead the track work, and he Romantic Warrior for me, and he shake when Romantic Warrior coming, and my horse just go. Yeah. He really enjoy with the champion. Yeah.
Did he work better than Romantic Warrior?
Yeah, probably they work together, and they all looking good. Yeah.
Douglas Whyte, your horses are racing extremely well at the moment. You've got a nice horse running on Wednesday night by the name of Majestic Knight, who got the job done in no uncertain terms last time.
Yeah, he probably was a really deserved winner. He's been knocking at the door. He's been a bridesmaid a few times. Not his fault. He's been running genuinely well. But yeah, look, I think last time he got a few things going his way, and he won convincingly.
I guess as racing people and horsemen and women, we do sometimes like to make sort of not hard luck stories as such, but the unlucky horse, or he's been a bit unlucky. But your fellow certainly actually was the epitome of that last season, I feel, given how well he was running without winning.
Yeah, he as I said, he was a victim of circumstances and unluckiness, gates and unlucky runs in races and those sorts of things. But he got it all together last time.
He did indeed. That was over 1,000. Now you're going up in trip this time. I don't imagine that holds any fears, given he has one over 6 furlongs.
Yeah, the 6 furlong is probably better for him. There's a lot of pressure in the thousands, but he was carrying a lot of weight, and he was always vulnerable the last part in the 1200. So I brought him back in trip, and he needed a soft kill, which he got. He steps up to the 12 now. He steps up in grade with a light weight. It's a pretty competitive race, so he's got his work cut out. He'd have to improve. But he's maintained his form.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You say obviously an easy sort of kill, but I mean the form's worked out well. Humble Stars come out and won, so the form is holding up.
Yeah, the form's holding up well, but he needed that. He needed to win convincingly and get some confidence into him and pump his chest out of it. So I say a soft kill. Look, he won well, but the form is stacking up.
Logical move to keep Angus on, obviously taking a valuable few pounds off.
I think so. Goes up in class, a lightweight, an extra 5 pounds off. He's got a few favours for him.
I mentioned the horses are in good form. There's a double over the weekend. Obviously, good old Apex Top turns up and wins his races in turn. But Mr. Dapper, tell me about him. He looks like quite a nice horse going forward.
I think he is. He's only had 3 runs, and obviously I thought his first 2 runs were pretty eye-catching. His first run in particular. I don't run horses often first up over that trip. But he's a horse that looks like he wants further now. There's even 2,000. So I think he's a nice progressive 4-year-old.